My name is Rema Webb, and I'm here at the Cape Playhouse playing Audrey too.
And I'm Teddy Yudain, and I am puppeteering Audrey 2.
Right. Is this your first time on the Cape?
Yes.
This is not my first time on the Cape, but this is my first time at the Cape Playhouse.
All right. What do you think so far?
Oh, it's amazing.
Okay.
I love it here.
What about you, Rima?
It's my first for everything, and it's so beautiful.
Awesome. All right.
Like, why haven't I been up here more often? Playhouse?
That's a good question. So you've been backstage. What's your favorite piece of history or interesting thing you found back there?
Okay, in the green room are three paintings. And the last painting I found out is really an authentic movie or show. It's a painting from an authentic movie or show. And the other two aren't real. And then the one that said someone put their foot in it, there's a hidden dog inside that painting.
All right.
And you didn't know that, did you?
I did not know that, actually. What about you, Teddy?
My favorite bit is in one of the star dressing rooms that's just off stage. On stage left, there is a dressing room that is haunted by the ghost of Gertrude Lawrence. That is Gertrude Lawrence.
Yeah.
And because of that, they always keep fresh hydrangeas in a vase inside that dressing room. Otherwise, she's going to get really, really upset.
Interesting. All right. Why don't you show us where you are during the show?
Let's do it.
Great. So, this is my humble abode during the show. Monitor, amazing musical director Garrett is there. My music, my microphone, and then my glasses. But everything has to be set up just right. Like the microphone has to be the same height so that I can look at the TV and the music. Usually the stand is a little higher so that I'm not singing with my chin down. And I can match up with Teddy. So a couple little plates in the air at the same time.
Yeah. What's one thing you like about being off stage, and one thing you maybe don't like so much about being off stage?
I love being with our musical director Garrett off stage. We back here, we twerk, we do a lot of things in the middle of the show, and listening to this amazing band. I love that.
All right.
One thing I don't like about the show is that I can't see the show, and every time I think about running around and sneaking around to see it, it's raining. So
Don't do that.
that's what I don't like.
All right. What's maybe one thing you have in common with Audrey too?
I don't know. Maybe all her different many voices. I have so many characters in me, and maybe that's what we have in common.
There you go. So even though some people consider her to be the villain, what's one thing that you love about Audrey too?
I love that I think that she has an affinity for Seymour. I think she likes Seymour quite a bit, and she sees a lot of stuff go down that she doesn't like. And
All right.
her whole goal is to take over the world, but she likes Seymour.
All right. What's the craziest thing you've done in the name of love?
Be in love.
All right. What's the most bizarre thing you've ever eaten?
Chocolate covered ants. You just got to do it, and it's really not that bad.
How many did you eat?
One.
Just one? No
Just one.
more. Perfect. All right. So what's the last thing to go through your mind before the show starts?
I hope all my notes come out right.
It's probably a good one. All right, Teddy, where are you for the show?
All right. Found me right over here. I am right inside this beauty right here.
All right.
There's a little screen masking the back of her mouth, and then there's like a tiny little perch where I can sit, and handles where I can make her jaw move up and down.
Wow. All right. So what are you thinking about while you're inside the puppet?
What I'm thinking about is don't move, because in this one it's a little bit better, but in some of them they're just right around me, and if I move too quickly or too suddenly, then it's going to show up on the puppet, and they're going to realize somebody's in there. So it's all about stillness. I'm just like sitting there kind of meditating, and then other times I've fallen asleep.
How long are you in there before you start to move?
I'm in the puppet in the first act for at least 15 minutes on stage. I'm sitting there, legs crossed, with the puppet over my head for I think at least 15 minutes. There's at least 3 songs that get sung while I'm inside it. and then not only that, we sing the song, and then I have to hide again on stage while they do another scene before the end of the first act. So, I mean, all told, I'm probably in that thing for at least 20 or 30 minutes.
Wow. All right. What's one thing that you have in common with Audrey too?
One thing that I have in common with Audrey too, I love to eat. I love food. I'm a big foodie. I love it.
All right.
That's probably it.
Well, so that's, even though she's the villain, what's something you love about her?
One thing that I love about her, I love that she tells it like it is. She really says it straight. She doesn't kind of like veil her words. She really just like goes for what she wants, and she's like pretty tenacious about it.
Wonderful. So you said you're a big foodie. What's the craziest thing you've ever eaten?
Craziest thing I've ever eaten was a grasshopper taco at a Mexican place.
Did you eat the whole taco?
I ate 2 of them. They were delicious.
All right, then.
Yeah.
What's the craziest thing you've done in the name of love?
The craziest thing I've done in the name of love, well, besides getting married later this year.
Congratulations.
The craziest thing was probably like my very first girlfriend. We were kind of sneaking around in the middle of the night, and I was so scared about getting caught that while I was waiting for her outside, I saw headlights coming, and I just jumped over this fence and found myself inside of a graveyard.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. That's pretty crazy. So what's the last thing to go through your mind before the show starts?
The last thing to go through my mind is, did you stretch?
And what's the answer usually?
The answer is usually yes.
Okay, good. Perfect. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you.